College Buddies is truly a masterpiece. It's the epitome of modern entertainment. I was hooked on the very first issue. Rob and Bob are your typical frat boys. They love to party wearing togas and burn down buildings. Who could forget the marshmallow incident? But I wouldn't say they were the college buddies until Snob arrived. Snob is a tragic character that had to prove he was worthy to be a part of Delta Epsilon Beta Alpha Gamma Alpha Omega Delta Pi. When he was accepted, that's when the series really took off. Go Brett Kavanaugh. Enter Don the Dean. The reader is meant to identify with him as soon as you first see him. He's reading the college buddies, so to speak. We identify with him as being a mature go-getter that has no patience for shenanigans. I found myself getting hyped whenever he came in clutch. He saved the college buddies' lives in space, kept Herman the hitchhiker from getting arrested, and solved the case of the murderer. The running gag of how his mouth functions, with his eye, of course, never got old. Speaking of Herman the hitchhiker, I found myself indifferent with him at first. He was just your typical guy who smoked marijuana. He grew on me because I realized every series needs a character like him. The Pi Delta Omega Alpha Gamma Alpha Beta Epsilon Delta sorority are meant to be a female version of Delta Epsilon Beta Alpha Gamma Alpha Omega Delta Pi. Alice, Phyllis, and Jaundice have a very interesting dynamic with Rob, Bob, and Snob, and I hope their relationship continues to grow. The humor in College Buddies is easy to grasp if you share Nicholas' sense of humor. He wasn't afraid to include modern topics such as politics, racism, and homosexuality. Even corrupt law enforcement. The page where Bob started to question his sexuality due to his encounter with the male alien was pure gold. The awkward pause and fourth wall break made it work well. The art style of College Buddies is a minimalistic marvel. Modern comics can't come close to portraying the raw emotion displayed in College Buddies because they can't keep a focus on a single page, but Nicholas can. I encourage all of you to go out and buy yourself some Nicholas comics. They're good stuff.